Alrighty then, whip out your morning wood and get ready for an early day game of Pantheon. What's going on? Technically the video is likely going to be uploaded later in the afternoon, but I mean by that I'm playing Pantheon super early in the day. This game was actually played around 7 a.m. Mostly right now I'm experimenting with different time periods because I just can't really figure out when would be the best time to play League of Legends because of my full-time job. I've been trying super late at night, early in the morning, and I'm going earlier and earlier and then later and later, mostly because my schedule fluctuates a lot. And I gotta say, playing super late at night is a fucking nightmare. Like, I don't even mean just like a 11 p.m. or something. I mean like 1 or 2 a.m. and this is Pacific California time. It's just the people playing that late at night are the spawns of Satan. Like, you guys have seen me get angry and complain about the people I've played with on stream maybe during the afternoon, but Jesus fucking Christ, whoever is up at around 3 a.m. during a weekday is either someone like me who's just trying to play some games of League of Legends because their work schedule is really hectic, or they're really just hate life and have nothing else to live for and therefore take it out on everybody else. Whatever the case, I decided to test out the morning, and it turns out these people are still probably awake because everyone in the morning seems to be a massive raging asshole. Alright? Like, in this game particular, nah, nobody was really an asshole, but they all seem just like me. We barely fucking woke up, and we have no idea what's going on. I literally barely woke up, grabbed a drink of water, and I said, fuck it, let's get the show on the road. I tried queuing up first, and it had autofill for some reason. I figured that at around 6 a.m., the autofill just is activated for every elo, mostly because just nobody's playing. So I got support. I dodged that shit because I don't want to play support this early in the morning. And then it became 7 a.m. when I finally managed to get a game as Pantheon. Yeah, I'm not really commentating too much, but I just think it's super fucking comical, the situation that I'm in when I'm trying to play just any fucking random game at this point, just because I really need to play League. And I gotta say, when I'm fucking tired, it fucking shows. Like, I had like 4 hours of sleep because last night I tried playing League of Legends too, and then I said, you know what, when I wake up I gotta play more League of Legends. One, I haven't really been able to play it extensively as much as I want. I still really do like playing League of Legends, it's just I haven't been able to find a crowd in which I can play with, even though I really tend to get angry at the afternoon crowd. Around 2, well technically around 12 to 3 p.m. was my go-to time for playing. And now I can't even play that time, so I just kind of have to just figure out something else, right? In the comments below, tell me what time zones you play, or depending, I mean, time zones and exact time you play, and tell me how it's like for you, because I'm actually rather interested in this, because I've experimented with different times, and there's sort of this weird little pattern, like a zoo perhaps, you know. If you were to put every person that plays in a certain time period in a zoo, you would have like the angry motherfuckers, the super happiest people around 10 to 12 a.m. It's like you have the happiest people. They're like the people who either work night shifts and are just super relaxed because nobody really likes working in the mornings or whatever. Or the people who are, you know, on vacation, or the college students who decided to have a better schedule or something. They're really happy. I know there's still some assholes and there's still some nice people in different time zones for sure, but that seems to be a very pleasant period. However, I wouldn't say they mostly care. I wouldn't really argue that they really truly care about winning that much. I've had the worst losing streaks playing during those time zones, so I decided to never play during those time zones again. I know it's kind of, you know, just it's anecdotal evidence, but that's kind of, you know, when you want to rank up in League of Legends and that happened to you, you kind of want a good luck charm, or you just want to do that kind of shit. Think of it like a rabbit's foot. If you're trying to win and there's not very much you can use for logic, you'll rely on superstition. And again, I know I'm not commentating the game, but you can pretty much clearly see what's going on. Pretty much a back and forth killing fest. I mean, our tiredness is very prevalent. We're not really working together, but the enemy team isn't either. However, they're basically all playing fucking time bombs, so the second something bad goes wrong, we'll get absolutely giga wrecked. So right now you can see it's back and forth, and if it wasn't for individual members getting too overzealous, nobody would be getting killed. Like in that case, Caitlyn bit off more than she could chew, and then she died, and then the rest of us are just trying to kill Yorick, who is ridiculously fucking tanky to kill, who's already gotten super fed because Nard decided to feed him. and he killed me too, and he would have almost killed Ezreal because he decided to get in melee range for some goddamn reason, but Ezreal's also pretty goddamn big, so yeah, either way. Either way, the mornings tend to, again, be rather frustrating. But this game in particular was rather pleasant, so I'm trying to give it more of a go. Most of my work schedules tend to be unfair, so to speak. Not necessarily bad of the job, but unfair for League of Legends. Because usually my times are something like from 9 to 5 or some shit like that. Basically, they take away my mid-morning and most of my afternoon, so I don't really have a lot of period of time to do much. And remember, it takes me quite a bit to get to work because I walk from work and to work sometimes. Usually that taking 30 to 40 minutes. So yeah, think of it as if I'm scheduled to work from 9 to 5, it's 8 to 6 actually. And then I also come back home sometimes super tired because it was a super busy day or some shit like that. It's just, I'm trying to work here with this. Either way, back now I'll just focus on commentating the game because it's when all hell will actually break fucking loose. Mostly, I spend most of the half of the commentary just talking about, you know, the setup for it, but might as well actually commentate on it. Anyways, right now I decided to go hell bent on trying to make my combo work, or making at least 2 combos work. I'm going to be building Death Stance because I never really tried it on Pantheon, and I actually regret that. I figure I should probably buy more Mortius. I bought the Mercury Treads just to try to deal with their slows and some magic resistance. Basically, my entire job right now is to kill Kog'Maw. And sure, Caitlyn is a big threat, and technically everybody else is a big threat too, but Kog'Maw is the late game super bomb. If you can't kill him, if you can't control him, then you lose. So my entire job, now that the game has progressed the way it has, is going to be to kill the fucking Kog'Maw, because he's going to be a nightmare. Anyways, I end up going in here because we were very, very much miscommunicating here. They were like, we need to go in, but I totally should have just realized that Gnar doesn't have Mega Gnar, so I pretty much jumped to my death. And then Gnar jumps to his death, where he gets hooked and then tries jumping into his death, and we get Giga fucking wrecked. Thankfully, the Caitlyn gets killed out of her hubris, and I think right now just the rest of my team gets wiped out too. So, yay for us, and I mean yay for us in a sarcastic, sad way. So yeah, we're kind of on the ropes. Technically, we have one more kill than them, but their kills are of higher value. I mean, a lot of the kills are concentrated on me and the Lux, and we ourselves are having a hard time actually killing the characters we need to. Their front line, aka Horde, for whatever that's worth, is pretty fucking devious to try to bring down right now. The way I jump in, the response is really bad, mostly because Nami threw her ultimate in the wrong direction, so it pretty much was useless. I chase after Caitlyn, and I just gotta tell you, watch this whole situation. I jump on the Caitlyn, deal a shitload of damage, finally use my E when she gets at the crossroads, and we take her down. Thresh hooks me up, I jump on him, and then holy shit, Kog'Maw shows up and melts the shit out of me. And holy shit, Kog'Maw, everyone gets close to Kog'Maw and gets torn to shreds, or he still has his W, and the shit probably just backed off. And then he basically murders the shit out of, well, almost everybody. Ezreal survives, shooting people from a distance. Now watch this. They're still around, right? You can see them go into the tri-bush, just hang about, put some wards down. You'll see a pop a ward now. And Gnar, it flat out ignores it. They're still there. Everyone else is heading to the tri-bush. Even Ezreal checks. And then we try to sandwich them and murder them. I'm going to use my ultimate to trap them. I end up killing the Thresh. And then I turn my attention to the Kog'Maw. But of course, the goddamn Kog'Maw, and he fucking absolutely destroys me. Thankfully, Ezreal was there to pick the kill. But I think things would have been a lot easier if Gnar had, immediately paid attention. So that seems to be one of the issues here at play. Just general map awareness is absolute trash. However, though, I'm going to forgive him since it's the morning. And I'm assuming all of us are just dreading the idea of heading to work super early and not having played enough video games or League of Legends or anything. So I'm just going to assume that everyone here is trying to squeeze in one little game. I know I am. So yeah. Anyhow, my teammates get caught and murdered, and the enemy team goes for Baron. I try to steal it. I land with maybe enough time to have being able to use Smite, but no matter how much I click, it just wouldn't work. In this case, I don't actually have Smite on Smartcast, even though I have other abilities. By the way, absolutely get fucking melted by Kog'Maw there. And at that point, my entire team just loses absolute hope. It's like, holy shit, how can we deal with Kog'Maw? And that was my thing that I wanted to prevent the entire time, killing Kog'Maw. Thankfully, he goes fucking stupid and dies. So I gotta also say, he went to all chat to brag about him melting us, and that's Kog'Maw, kids, get wrecked, and that shit kind of stuff. He didn't actually say get wrecked, but he said that's Kog'Maw, and then he gets himself killed. Anyways, I fight Yorick with the idea that maybe Nara was gonna show up, but no, I die like a bitch by myself. Then my teammates finally show up and they kill Yorick. So I basically traded my life for nothing. If anything, I was a very, very mild speed bump. We pretty much lost our control. We jump in on the enemy team. Zeroth gets killed. He's pretty much feeding us, hand over fist at this point. I get caught by Kog'Maw. He basically melts the shit out of me. I jump him and chunk him for half his health, and thankfully Ezreal's there to kill him. And then Ezreal gets absolutely giga-wrecked too. So you see, it's just a big old reach around right now. They give us one for one, and then we give them one. It's a lot of back and forth. Gnar jumps after the Yorick, and thanks to the frozen mana that he's come equipped with, Yorick has absolutely no chance in hell of surviving, and this is actually a massive turning point for us right now. Yorick gets killed, and sure enough, some of my teammates do get gunned down. I think Gnar gets gunned down. So Thresh gets too close for some reason and gets finished off. I just kind of walk up to the Caitlyn, who should have at this point decided, you know what, let's run away, and she gets absolutely giga-wrecked. So now we're sort of back on the offensive. I was gonna ult in on the Zeroth, but it seems my teammates are gonna catch him anyways, and I would have been in a terrible position. So my teammates kill Zeroth, and with that they decide to just start pushing. I defend against mid, mostly because I have my ultimate to jump in anyways, and my teammates get a very lucky catch on Caitlyn and blow her up. That just immediately makes me want to join them in the fight. They catch the Kog'Maw, destroy him. Yorick, of course, has absolutely no chance of escaping other than Thresh, and Thresh saves him. But they continue to fight this, and Yorick gets killed instead of just, having to run away. Anyhow, Zeroth and Thresh are a little too close to each other, and we're able to easily jump on the Thresh and kill him, and then Lux is able just to laser the Zeroth, who ends up basically freezing himself in a spot. Watch this. He freezes him in himself, and basically gets blown up by Lux's laser. With this, we make a mad, desperate push for the Nexus turrets, and Caitlyn respawns, but of course she gets a little too close to me, and I flash W and murder her. And with that, we seal the deal. And it makes a great game for the morning for me, and hopefully it will give me the morale to get through the day at work. Hooray for Pantheon! This channel is supported by my sponsors, Crunchyroll and Loot Crate. Check out the description below for links to the websites. Signing up for any trials, including Crunchyroll's free anime trial, greatly supports my channel. Also remember to give the video a like to support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't yet. I've also made a Patreon now, and if you wish to support me through that medium, then I